10 handicap on a follow-up lesson trying to stop hooking the driver. As you can see, that plastic wiffle ball hook right over the house. We've got both swings included here, and this will be a rather scattered video as I'm going to throw several different items at you, all in an attempt to keep the face more open at impact. And starting with one of the most obscure things, looking at your finish position from the face on, we can see the weight track in the middle of your driver, which is the standard position, nothing wrong with it. But if you want to have a little bit more rightward bias, put that weight more toward the toe, not to slow down the rate of rotation, but it does make everything effectively play like it's been hit a little bit more on the heel. So one quick thing, and only do that if you're really committed to making the adjustment to playing the draw and starting that ball more right of target. Now, the face angle and the camera angle and face angle look like it's a little bit closed from the start. I'll get to your grip and the face on in a second, but more just looking at what your path is and where the attempted ball flight is going to come from. So the inside takeaway with the face closed are both very draw bias positions. Wrist angles have been held. We've covered your body turns in the past lessons as well, and you're doing a lot of things pretty nicely. The rotation does bring that club back down on path, and the face hasn't been as far closed as it was. That face opening up may be the cause of your early release to try to close it back down, and that just happening too soon to make that club face close and the ball to hook. So I don't think you're in a bad position at all to hit a push draw right here, moments before impact. If you could hold on to this right wrist angle and left wrist angle just a bit longer through your strike, look to just catch it off the tree to the right and hit some blocks and pushes, because it is just the face that is making that turn over and hook. I'd say your path is well enough. You might work it a bit far around your body, but I see some good extension in the arms and the follow through to lead me to believe it again is just the face. So let's fast forward again and take a look at your grip and setup. The grip is pretty strong as both hands are rotated behind the center of the club, which is that closed face bias. The most immediate impact, if you change your grip weak enough, you could not close the face no matter how hard you try. So play around with your grip and just do a lot of practicing to see what level of weakness would work for you in trying to control the face or not have too much control over the face, creating that hook. So other general things, our past lessons were covering more hip rotation to help hold on to that lag angle a bit longer. And I think you're doing just about as good as you can with that hip clearance. It's a fraction of a second late with that post, but it is a great looking move that does have good extension and, well, too much roll of the forearms. As we've said, going from our limited frames of here to here is drastic difference in what we've seen with those wrist angles being held in the right and then released, leading into the opposite cup in the left. So I don't think you can gain much more by doing just more work in the hips. You've held on to it here. I don't want to see you place the ball back in the stance a bit more, although that would keep the face open. It would also bring your path more inside, which is not going to help you prevent from hooking it. One more obscure item again is tension or grip pressure. The looser you are holding it, the more ability you may have in holding on to your angles, where a lot of tension in the grip at the top can be one of those things that starts the dissipation of your lag somewhere around here. That angle is okay, but I think you can really start to feel a lot more loose in the hands to almost increase that lag angle as that club drops a bit more. The more angle that you have at these positions, the more held open the face will be through strike. So the one down the line comparison that I wanted to get to with this mark here again, so we're going to note what we're looking for, that right wrist angle here and left wrist angle just moments before strike. So let's cue up our Tour Pro and move him up. So gotta find him first. It was Rory down the line. Here we go. So clean up those lines. I'll get a path line up just for reference, but at the Masters looks like a draw, start and setup slightly inside the line, and the face angle, which yours was much more closed here, is a little bit more open or really parallel with that spine angle. And we'll see a lot of the similarities in the downswing with that path getting to the inside, that face being at a similar angle as we saw yours, but the maintenance of that right wrist angle where you are, just moments before frame, is held and the left wrist is flat. That's just going to be maintained longer before that right wrist fully extends and then rolls the face over and around. So at some point in your follow through, try to watch out for that face from getting too far turned over and closed, and just practice hitting more of those blocks and pushes. Again, try each one of these items individually. Don't try to fill every single thing I did and said by combining it into one swing. That certainly won't work. But start with the grip, start with messing with your club head a little bit, and try to see if you can get some results starting more to the right. Good luck. Sendaswing.com.